Hello everybody. I know some people have asked there's no sound, but obviously we don't really start till 8:10. So hopefully you can hear me now. It's just letting the NHS clap, key worker clap, just finish. So I hope everybody is keeping well. It's now 8:05. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time to give people the opportunity to get back in front of their computers after being outside. So if you bear with me, hopefully you can hear me now. So whoever said they couldn't hear me, just if you could let me know you can hear me now, that would be absolutely great. Excellent, Carol, thank you very much for that. So if you just bear with us a little bit longer, and then we will get started because there's some people just coming on, more people coming on now, have a little bit of a flurry. So just give it a few more minutes. I hope you've had a good day and you have, excellent. And I hope you've enjoyed the weather. It's been nice and hot and sunny here in Nottinghamshire. And I've managed to get out in the garden a little bit in between doing meetings, coaching and other things. So it's been a great day. So what I think I'm going to do is, because the numbers have gone up quite nicely now, so I think there's going to be obviously some more people going to come on, but I think we need to make a start. So what I'm going to do is start off by introducing myself. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Louise Riley, and I am first of all a soaring manager with Forever and also an advisory board member with the company. And I have been training in different capacities for the company, gosh, since I think 1998, so quite a few years. And what I'm going to share with you this evening is, through my understanding of our products that are related to our weight management. So that is our fit products. And there's a lot of you that have been following the C9 campaign. And that is our 9 days of making some changes to your eating habits. So one of the things that is really important is that we look at what is going to happen after the 9 days, because it is really, really important to keep up the momentum. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share some slides with you, but also doing something a little bit different today as well, where I'm going to share with you a bit of interactive, where I'm going to look at how we can personalize a little bit moving forward around using our products. So I hope you're going to be quite happy with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up my desktop, and I'm going to put up my first set of slides. So here we go. So for those of you who have already started on the C9, well done you. I know that for some of you, you would have started on Monday. So we're now on Thursday, and I hope everything is going well for you. So this is our C9, and like I say, that in 9 days, it's about making some changes in your eating habits and your drinking habits. Let's move on, because that's me, and I've already introduced myself. So what I'd like to do here is really just share with you a bit of a reminder of what you get in your C9 and the role of each product. Now, the reason I want to do this is because it's really, really important to understand that these products are not products that you just take when you are on the weight management program. The whole idea is to see them as another product range that you can start to incorporate into your life. And I like to call them kitchen cupboard items. So please remember that when you're talking to your customers especially, get them to understand that all of these products can be purchased separately. And one of the things that is important is to get them to understand, first of all, why they are using them on the C9, but why they can continue using them and have them as kitchen cupboard items. So let's just do a little bit of a reminder. We get our aloe vera drinking gel. And what is important is that, you know, obviously people can get aloe vera drinking gel you can have the plain gel, you can also have the berry nectar. Excuse me, it's a bit noisy outside. Berry nectar and the peaches. So depending on what they have chosen or you have chosen, you can just continue with that. So let's just remind ourselves of the main reason that you're drinking aloe on the C9. And that is to support your digestive health. That is predominantly what you're going to be doing. However, by continuing to drink aloe vera, we know that aloe vera is great for so many different things. So who wants to have great skin, hair and nails? What about a great immune system, which is so important right now? Digestive system, which we've already mentioned. Energy, great joints. In fact, majority of people, they just want to be the best that they can be. And that is why people will choose to have a shot of aloe every day, because aloe vera contains a whole cocktail of nutrients. And it's the nutrients in aloe vera going to support your body in the areas I've mentioned to be in balance. Now, what is also important to understand is that even though in the C9 you get the litre bottle, you can also purchase the small 330 minis. And what's great about those is that they are very, very user-friendly. You can stack them very easily in your fridge. If you can take them out and about with you. So one of the things that I would always do is introduce my, my customer to the minis as well. Okay, now the next product that we have along here is our Forever Light Ultra. So part of what you're doing on the C9 is taking it as a little bit of a meal replacement. But what is great about the Forever Light Ultra, it is definitely more than a meal replacement. It is a great product that you can have in your kitchen cupboard, and you can, as I say, it's a product that you can take anytime, any place, in any way. So some of the ways that you can take it then is obviously you can have it as a little bit of a snack. If you haven't got time maybe to have breakfast or lunch, you can have it then as a great nutritionally balanced snack, because it's got all those wonderful nutrients in it. You can also have it in your kitchen cupboard because you may decide to have it before doing exercise, after exercise. You can make some great smoothies, you can make pancakes, and it is a really, really versatile product. So what is great about it, you can choose to mix it with whatever you want to mix it with. When you're on the C9, as we've said, always make sure that it's no lower in calories than 200 calories. That doesn't matter so much if you're having it as a snack, but basically you can make some great shakes with it. We have wonderful recipes. You can mix and match it as much as you want. You can mix it with whatever you want to mix it with. Just remember, depending what you mix it with can change the amount of protein or even sugar, because if you mix it with fruit juice, obviously fruit juice does contain natural sugar. So just be aware of that. So you can have vanilla or chocolate. And then we have our friend, the Forever Garcinia Plus. The main reason for taking the Garcinia is also known as tamarind. And what we do is we take the rind from the fruit of the tamarind fruit. And with that, we also add other things in there, such as medium chain triglycerides, but the most important thing in there is chromium. And chromium is an important mineral because it contributes to the normal blood glucose levels. So this is a great product to take because of the tamarind. Tamarind is a fruit, like other foods that we eat, can have an effect on how we feel. And that is because 70% of our happy hormone, serotonin, resides in our gut. So what we eat can have an effect how we feel. So this is a great product that you may want to take at those times of day when you feel that you normally go and get the munchies and want to eat refined sugar, because refined sugar is not the best way to deal with how it is going to make you feel, because it's not a healthy way. So what we can do is we can take the Garcinia at those times. What's also great about the Garcinia, because of the chromium, maybe you're somebody that wants to look at supporting your blood glucose levels. So it's great for that. And then on top of that as well, at sometimes through hormonal changes for ladies, you feel like you want to eat more chocolate. So literally it might be a supplement that you take at those times as well. So it is a great product that you can continue taking to support you in those different ways. The Forever Therm, the role of the Forever Therm is on the C9 because it contains caffeine and natural caffeine, which comes from guarana seed, green tea and green coffee bean. It's great as a natural stimulant. So it's the kind of product that you probably take what we call at our flagging times, which can happen. So you can literally take it at those times, but you can continue to take it after the C9 for exactly the same reasons. It might be you are a key worker, you're working long hours, shift working. It could be we have students at home at the moment that are doing a lot of studying because they're coming to their finals. It can also be a product that you take if you are a key worker that is doing long distance driving. You can take it, as you see, at those times when what you call your flagging times. So that is a product that you can continue to take after the C9 as well. And then we have the fibre. Fibre is really important because we need to get the right amount of fibre into our diets. We need to have about 30 grams of fibre on a day-to-day basis, and that's going to support our gastrointestinal tract to make sure we're keeping our system nice and healthy. So if you feel that you're not very good at taking fibre in your foods, this is obviously a great addition that you can put into your diet, and you can mix it in with soups and casseroles and things like that, or you can put it into your shake if you want to. So just as a reminder then of the role of all those products. So it makes total sense that you can continue with those products. So apart from that then, what else do we have? Well, we do have a follow-on from the C9, which is called our F15. And we have 3 different F15s. They are our beginners, our intermediate, and our advanced. And the difference between these 15-day programs is the amount of exercise that you do. Now, with that said, I want to share with you a way that maybe you are doing the C9 and you're going, okay, all that F15 sounds great, but what happens if I just wanted to continue with some of those loose products? Okay, so I'm going to share that with you. So what we're saying is then the ideal world, people will go on to the F15, and that is absolutely fantastic. But you may have a customer who is, when they're on the C9, what I would be doing is around about day 6, I would be actually saying to that person, you know what, just give me some feedback on the products that you've been taking and how you're getting on with them. And we hope that our customer is going to say, because you've let them know all these products are available to be purchased separately, that they say, you know what, I've really found that Garcinia has helped me, so I'd like to purchase some of that. Oh, I love the shake. In fact, it's a great product to have in the kitchen cupboard, so I want to continue with that. Or they say that they found that the Therm is fabulous because they take it at their flagging times, and they are a shift worker, they're a key worker, they are studying, whatever it happens to be. So the whole idea is to make sure that people understand the role of each product in the C9, and they understand that they can continue with that. Of course, what we've done, we've advised our customers on the reason why you would want to drink aloe vera on a day-to-day basis for our overall health and well-being. And as we know right now, what is really, really important is to support our immune health. So that is a great thing to continue with, and also the minis. Okay, so we've done that, but maybe someone wants to just have one or two products and not take on the whole range. Okay, which is once again, we want to support our customers so they're really happy to move forward. So with that in mind, what I want to do then is I want to share with you how you can help somebody who, if they're not going to do the F15 and follow that program, and I'm going to be honest with you, I actually personalize people's programs anyway, even if they're doing the F15. For those of you who've been to my trainings, I actually coach you how to personalize programs. So I'm going to share something with you where literally you have got a customer who has done the C9 and they're going to continue with loose products. But of course, the most important thing from the C9 is that you have been on a very low calorie intake. If you're following the booklet exactly as it's saying there's 1,000 calories for women and 1,200 calories for men. And then on top of that, you have your free foods. Okay. Now, it's really important to understand it is not a good idea to stay on a low calorie amount. And obviously the reason that you follow the C9 is if you're in good health. And the reason for that is because if you are on medication or you are not 100%, it is not advisable to follow a very low calorie intake. So that is the main reason that we have that in place. But if you are healthy and doing the C9, that it is not healthy to stay on a very low calorie intake. Okay, so what we are going to do is advise our customer with the loose products that they're going to continue with, or indeed with the F15, how you can personalize their program to make sure they're increasing their exercise level and also increasing their calories. So this is really, really simple to do. Okay, so I'm just going to bear with me a second because I am going to just swap something around. Let's put that down there. Okay, so hopefully you can all see this. This is our website, foreverfituk.co.uk. I'm just going to do that there, so hold it there so you can actually see the website, foreverfituk.co.uk. And I absolutely love this website because it is really, really informative. So I hope this is going to make sense to you as I go through this. Okay, so what I would be suggesting then, someone has been doing the C9, and then I've spoken to them about day 6 and say, what is going to happen after day 9? We don't want to go back. We want to keep up the momentum. Would you be interested in me helping you to look at maybe continuing with these products? You even if you don't want to get all of them, have a selection of them, but look at how you would increase your exercise and you are going to increase your calories around the food. So we hope they're going to say yes. So by going onto this website, the first thing that we need to do is go to the calculator. So it's the purple calculator here. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to have this page that comes up. And this page is showing your BMI. Now, your BMI is your body mass index. We don't want to look at our body mass index today. Our body mass index is really to do with our weight and our height to our body fat. But the most important thing that we need to be doing is we need to be going to our BMR and AMR. So our BMR and our AMR, I'm going to click on this one, and it's going to start off by showing you your basal metabolic rate. Now, your basal metabolic rate is how many calories or how much fuel your body requires if you were doing absolutely nothing apart from sleeping all day. It's literally just to keep everything ticking over. So that is for your heart, your brain, and everything is just at its lowest setting. And how we work this out is we need to know your weight and your height, your age and your gender, okay? Now, one of the things as a bit of a tip you might like to do, I have literally, I don't know if you can see this, I have just literally taken from the internet a conversion. So I've got pounds to kilos, etc. on one side, and then a height conversion chart on the other, because it's a lot easier if you're not sure about weights and heights in kilos and centimeters. So I'm going to do something that is fictitious, all right? This isn't a real person. I'm just going to make a note so I don't forget what I've written down. So this fictitious person, and we're going to call this person Sam, okay? So Sam is a lady, and as a lady, we are going to say that her weight is 67.13 kilos, okay? If you want to know what that is in stone, it is 10 stone and 8 pounds. So it's 67, so literally put in 67.13, okay? Now Sam, her height is 165 in centimeters, which is 5'5", okay? So I'm going to put in 165, okay? And Sam is 38, okay? And we click for woman. And that is showing me that she needs to have 1418 calories a day just to keep alive. Okay, now this is what I hope you'll understand why it's not a good idea to continue on a C9 over and over again. Or actually, let me rephrase that. It's not to do of the products in the C9, it's to do with following the program of the low calories in the C9, okay? So let me just rephrase that again. It's not about doing a C9 too often, that is the problem. It's because it's not the products, it's because it's advising you on the program to eat a very small amount of calories. And what's interesting is your body can kind of deal with that for probably like 9, 10, 12 days. But if you continue on a low calorie intake, your body goes, something's happening here that I'm not sure about. And so what your body will do, it will shut down to only expect to have those amount of calories. So that is the smallest amount that Sam should be putting into her body, okay? But in fact, that was if she was to sleep for 24 hours. But even if she wasn't going to sleep for 24 hours, she's still going to be probably potting around and doing something, all right? So if we go over to her AMR, which is an active metabolic rate, you can see if she was doing extra light, okay? So that is where she is literally just doing nothing, maybe. Doing nothing, sitting around, you know, just pottering, in pottering mode. If she was to do light, that, as you can see, which is very interesting, on the women's calculation, the extra light and the light will come up as the same, okay? So they're classed as the same. But then when it comes to moderate, now I want you to make a note of this, that what you want your customer to do when they are moving up into, after they've done the C9, you want them to follow the moderate setting of calories, okay, which is 2,269 for Sam, okay? I'm going to leave the heavy for now, because what we are going to do is we are going to follow the moderate. The heavy is for someone that's really going to be pushing themselves, okay? But we're not going to confuse it. We're going to do the moderate. However, what you have to understand is that a lot of people who do the C9, they're going to say to you, they want to lose weight. And the kind of weight that you will lose on the C9 is not the long-term weight. Okay, because if you want to lose fat, which is most of the kind of weight people want to lose, you have to actually do fat burning exercise to burn it off. Just by reducing your calories is not enough, and the exercise that you're doing on the C9 following the program is not at that level. Okay, now to lose 1 pound of fat a week, or 0.5 of a kilo a week, you need to be eating or putting into your body 500 calories less than you have expended. Okay, so if that is the case, we know that Sam needs to be putting into her body around about 1769. Now this is give or take around about 100 calories each way. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to say she needs to be eating somewhere between 1700, say 1750 to 1850. Okay, does that make sense to you? Give or take 100. That's what we're going to do. So it's absolutely fine if she's eating around about that. So let me repeat that. For you, you need to be doing fat burning exercise, and you need to be eating 500 calories less than your body requires. So after doing the C9, you need to increase your calories. But the most important thing is you have to make sure that you are doing at least moderate exercise. Okay? So she is going to be eating around about 1750 to 1850, give or take. What is important about that is that she is above her BMR plus 300 calories, which is really important, because your BMR is if you were doing nothing for 24 hours sleeping. But even if you were pottering around, as you can see, not really doing anything, she needs 1800 anyway. So the most important thing is to raise your calories and start exercising to keep up the momentum. And of course, by drinking the gel, taking the Garcinia, taking the fiber, the Therm, they can all help with that. If people don't want to get all the products, then maybe they can pick and choose. But the important thing is to help people to do that. So that is what Sam would be doing. Now, I just want to share with you this, is that let's just say that Sam, okay, was a man. And what I'm going to do is show you the difference in the kind of calories that Sam would need as a man. So we're going to leave exactly the same height, which is obviously quite small for a man, and weight. But if I click on the man, you can see that it needs 1552. You click on the extra light. So straight away you can see that's 140 calories more for even if this was a man. If you go to the extra light, that's 2018, that's another 200 above that. If you look at the light, there's a difference again between that for a man, 2,400, and moderate would be 2,638. So this would be exactly the same. If Sam was a man, you'd take the moderate and take 500 off, so 2,100. So it's really important to understand that you need to work it out differently for a man and a woman. Why is that, you may ask? That is because men naturally have more muscle than women, okay? And muscle actually uses more calories than fat, okay? So that is why it's really important to kind of get to that point of changing your eating habits. So let me just recap before we go any further. What we're saying is, after the C9, what happens next? We want to keep up the momentum. And we can do that by saying, look, let me help you to literally work out what you need to be doing, increasing your calories to a moderate exercise, and then taking 500 off it. And that's how you work it out. So Sam would have gone from having 1,000 calories, as the C9 says, plus free foods, to now taking it up to 1750, 1850, something like that. Okay, that is really important to keep our metabolism nice and strong. So when it talks about moderate exercise, this is keeping it really simple. If this is obviously, if someone's not following the F15 booklet, because you find that's what happens, you know, is that people say, what kind of exercise should I do? And keeping it really simple, moderate exercise would be at least 30 minutes a day of doing cardio. Okay, and that is where you're getting your heart pumping. Now, because we're in lockdown, because of the situation that we're in, people aren't getting to the gym. Some people don't want to, being honest again, some people don't want to be doing workouts in that particular way. Find a way to fit it into your world. So that 30 minutes of cardio, it could be you're out running, it could be that you're cycling, not a leisurely cycle, but you're getting your heart going. You may decide that you want to follow a few exercises. So I also then, so on this website, which is really good, I'm just going to scroll down, and then you can see this, this bit here, it says workout videos. So the workout videos, you can click on that, and literally what I would be saying when it decides to come up, is it coming up? Here we go. This is showing you the videos of the workouts that you get. And literally what I would say is, look, I would be following either the beginners or the intermediate workouts. And as you can see, they're for about, most of them are for about 15 minutes. So what people can do, they can mix and match. They can decide to actually maybe do one of those workouts of 15 minutes and do something else. But you need to be doing around about 30 minutes of cardio. Okay, so that's getting your heart pumping, and that's absolutely fine. If you want to do some toning and things like that, literally you can get some bags of sugar out of your flour, I should say, bags of flour, wholemeal flour out of your cupboard. You can tins. If you want to do some power walking, if you've got a young child with a buggy, it's about fitting it into your world. You're out with your kids, you're out cycling, do whatever, but you're going to be doing it for about half an hour every day. If you can't manage it for half an hour every day, then it would be an hour every other day. So that is as simple as it gets as far as the exercise goes. Okay, the other thing I want to share with you is I'm going to go back, and then people say, well, what am I going to eat? And you say that is really, really simple. I will then take them to the recipe, and then I click on that, and I say you have a whole range of recipes here. And as you can see at the top as well, there's also some recipes for the shakes. Okay, so people can then look at those recipes. I'm not going to click on that because I think you can understand shake recipes, but this is giving you a whole range of recipes that I actually wrote quite a while ago now. But the whole idea of me writing these recipes is that they're kind of things that you'd find in your kitchen cupboard. It's very easy. We want people to be able to continue with our products, drinking the gel, taking our supplements around normal family life, and not doing special meals. So as you can see, there's something as very, very simple as having 2 whole wheat breakfast biscuits with which you know what those are, as with some milk and a small banana, and how many ferments. So literally you can fit all of this into your world. There's some other ideas there. You've got some snacks, you've got lunch and dinner. And so literally what I would be saying to Sam is, you have got about 1,750 to 1,850 calories a day. So literally what you can do is you can fit all of this in as and when you want. You can have snacks, you can have a nice breakfast. If you want to have a shake for breakfast sometimes, if you think, you know what, I don't want a shake for breakfast today, I'm going to have breakfast eggs. or you can move to the next one, intermediate recipes. So you can use all of these recipes, and you may say, you know what, I'm going to have a bagel this morning for breakfast because that's what I fancy. And please remember, the C9, on the C9, it doesn't say that you can't have tea and coffee, you can't have a packet of crisps, you can't have a glass of wine. It's all about using the C9 to reduce these things down. Some people might want to cut them all out, but other people struggle to cut them all out. So it's literally using the C9 to reduce these things down. And then, of course, going on afterwards using our products, it's about continuing to reduce these things down, because the last thing we want people to do is spend 9 days and go, oh my gosh, I've done it all, and then day 10 they go back to everything before. We want consistency and momentum, just like we do in our business. So you can see there's lots and lots of ideas there, and of course all you need to do is just double up the amounts or up times for whatever, so the whole family can have those. And there's also a few on the advanced as well. So literally, guys, if you're still on the C9 now, there's absolutely no reason why you can't also incorporate these recipes into what you're doing. Just go onto this website and enjoy what you're doing. Okay, so another question I get asked is, what happens if somebody is vegetarian or vegan? Well, if they're not going to be taking the Garcinia because the capsule is bovine, then of course I just suggest that they have foods which are going to that kind of feel-good factor. So tamarind, as we know, is a fruit. You can also have things like kiwis, tomatoes, walnuts. I did that all on the last training. You can have a look at that. But then also, very, very simply, I will say to someone, look, why don't you follow recipes that suit you? So literally, as a bit of a guide, they would be having somewhere between around about 300 to 400 calories for breakfast, somewhere between, let me just go down here, snacks of around about 200, lunch and dinner can be 500, 600, you know. So you're breaking it out in that way, and literally you can just ask, you can do this yourself, or you can say to your customer, simply go and choose the foods that you want to around that. Healthy options for vegans, healthy meals for vegetarians. So it's very, very simple that they can incorporate our products into what people are doing on their day-to-day life. So it is really, really simple to do that. Okay, so that is what we're going to suggest. So people are going to be using our products, maybe a few items. They're going to be following the moderate setting of exercise, about half an hour as each day of cardio, or an hour every other day, using recipes that we've got here on this particular website. You've got the recipes for the shakes, and then also they can incorporate different foods, if they're vegan, vegetarian, from those ideas of you know, how much for breakfast, around healthy meals. So let me just close that down. I'll come back to the slides, because, sorry to do it like this, guys, but it is just easier to, okay. Right, so this is just to summarize again. Just one thing that I want to say is that you can see on this particular page that it says the Fit app. So you can access the Fit app from this website, but you can't go to this website from the Fit app. So this is the only place, this website, where you can work out your BMR and AMR, as I have just shared with you. So I know you've got a lot of people that are asking me questions, and hopefully I'll answer some, you know, at the end before we go this evening. But keep putting your questions in, and I will answer them afterwards if need be. So another thing that I want to do then is just share with you some other products that people could continue with. Now, of course, what we're saying is I am helping you as my customer to keep up the momentum that the C9 has started you with. So you've helped them to work out their calories. You've given them ideas of what to eat. You've given them ideas of exercise levels as well. So you've helped them with that. You've explained to them, yes, you know, they can drink tea and coffee, they can have a glass of wine or this, but it's all about reducing these things down because that's the whole idea of the C9. But here are some other supplements that maybe they'd like to incorporate alongside their healthy eating, their exercise and the supplements. So here is just a few ideas that you can also bring into the mix, so to speak. So the Frevoline, this also contains chromium like the Garcinia, but it doesn't have so much chromium in it as the Garcinia. So if you are specifically looking to support your blood glucose levels, then the Garcinia will give you more chromium. However, it is in this product as well, but there are two ingredients in here. We have the Indian fig, which is prickly pear, and then we have white kidney bean. Now, prickly pear is, it looks like a cactus. You see it growing wild in the Mediterranean, and it's like big pads. And it has fruit on the top, but we use the pads, and the pads are quite fibrous. So the reason that you're taking this is because of the fiber. And what's good about fiber is that it kind of expands a little bit when you take it. So it kind of is something that you can take, especially if you are having a meal that is high in fat, okay? Now the white kidney bean extract, there is an amylase, there's alpha amylase, which is a digestive enzyme that you have that starts in your mouth. And what this does, it starts to work on breaking down your carbohydrates. You have two kinds of carbohydrates. You have your starchy carbs, your bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, and then you have your fruit and veg, which is your also carbohydrates. A lot of people don't realize that fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates. So if you are having a meal that is especially high in carbohydrates, which is the starchy carbs, this is also something that maybe you want to take. And the whole idea of this is you're taking it just before you have a meal, okay, that is high in fat or carbohydrates. Or as I say, this product is really good to have when you are not in control of what you're eating. So what I mean by that is, I mean, obviously when you're at home, you're preparing your own meals, so you kind of know what you're cooking. But if you're having a takeaway, if you are, well, when we go back to restaurants, or when you are being able to have a meal with friends. So what we're saying, it's a meal that you haven't prepared yourself and you're not sure what is in that meal, the amount of carbs, the amount of fat. It's a really good little supplement just to take and have it literally before you have that meal. It's a great product to recommend for people who are maybe going away on holiday. That's not happening at the moment, but hey, in the future, let's hope we can. And you are probably eating and drinking a little bit more than you would. But actually, if you think about it right now, how many people have been eating and drinking as though it's holiday eating and drinking? Yeah, so this could be a great product that you could recommend to people right now if they feel like they have just been overdoing things. Okay, a great kitchen cupboard item to put alongside the others. And then we have our Forever Super Greens. I absolutely love this product. So the most important thing is that we can all be leading busy lives, even though we're at home a lot at the moment. People are working from home, so even though they're at home, they feel out of routine a little bit. People are homeschooling. So this is a great way just to top up, as a top up alongside having your fruits and vegetables every day. So this isn't instead of having your fruits and vegetables. This is a great way to top up, especially if you're not sure that you are getting enough. Okay, so we have 20 fruits and veg in here, including aloe vera and wonderful magnesium, vitamin C and vitamin E. And we also know that vitamin C is another important vitamin to support our immune health. So the great thing about this is it's something that you can add in to give yourself some extra goodies. You can literally mix it with your aloe vera. You can put it in with your argi, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, and you can put it in with your shake, and you can also make some delicious pancakes, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. Now, for those of you that have been to my trainings, I talk about my favorite drink that I have every morning. So I will literally take, and I know some of you have been in my trainings to see what I do. So you take your argi sachet, and you take, if you haven't tried this, I suggest that you do. I absolutely love the Super Greens. It's one of my favorite products of all time. I just feel by taking it every day, I feel so complete. Fabulous. There's nothing nicer than feeling nourished, is there? And getting and just feeling like you've got power. So by taking this is definitely my super product. So literally I take my argi, I take my and my Super Greens, I put them in a glass, and then I mix them with a little bit of hot water, okay, just a tiny bit of hot water, mix it, and it kind of froths a little bit. And then into that, I add NutriQ10. Now that's for another day, the NutriQ10. But then I top up with my aloe vera, and that's what I drink every single morning. And I feel amazing. So if nothing else, get people to try the Super Greens, okay? You can put this into, the Super Greens can go into your stews and your soups and your casseroles or whatever you're doing. So please remember that you can really incorporate it in lots and lots of different ways. So I think I might be able to share with you, she says, a video. So obviously what I shared with you there was the wonderful pancakes that you can use with our Forever Light Ultra, and it showed spinach. But all you need to simply do is, rather than putting spinach in there, take your Super Greens and pop that in instead. And what a great way to start the day with some of that. So yeah, it's about being, as I say, what we want people to do is not see this as a challenge, but see this as a change. And I think sometimes by saying this is a challenge, people think, oh, I'm going to do it and stop. But of course, with Forever, we want people to enjoy the process, enjoy the change, and enjoy our products forever. Yeah. Okay, and the last one I want to talk about is, and what's going to happen is that as we move away from the C9 and we're going to start increasing our activity level, okay, another great way is to support our body and to be the best it can be as we always want to. But this is a great product for when you are becoming active. Now, remember, on the C9, you're doing a little bit of activity, but you are not doing the fat burning activity that you do when you are incorporating this, increasing your activity and your calories. So what you have in the argi, first of all, it contains this amino acid, and it is called L-arginine, and it contains 5 grams of L-arginine. Now, what L-arginine is as an amino acid, has lots of different roles in the body, but one of the things that it does, L-arginine is a precursor for nitric oxide. And precursor, you could say it starts the process, okay? It's like a chain reaction, you could say. So L-arginine is a precursor for nitric oxide. Nitric oxide lines all your blood vessels, and you actually have 60,000 miles of blood vessels. And of course, what we want with our blood vessels, which is our cardiovascular system, to be the best it can be. Now, one of the things is that our cardiovascular system, our blood vessels, this is what is going to carry the oxygen and all the nutrients around your body to get to all of your cells, including we want to get oxygen to our muscles because we're going to be exercising as well. So that is one of the things that is going to happen by taking this product. So you can take it first thing in the morning, as I do, and you can then take another sachet. So you can take more than one. So you might take another sachet before you're going to do your cardiovascular exercise. Or if you're taking it in the morning in your shake and then you're doing your cardiovascular exercise, that is great. So one of the important things is that you would need to take it no more than 10 minutes before you're doing the exercise, okay? Otherwise, you're kind of going to run out of steam with it. So that's the most important thing, to take it just before you're doing the exercise. And then also what you have in this, you have this wonderful blend of fruits. These fruits are very, very important fruits. Nature makes it very easy for us to identify foods that are good sources of nutrients, especially things that are going to support our body, and we know those as antioxidants. And a lot of fruits that contain antioxidants will actually have dark skins, red, blue and purple, and you can see in there blackcurrant, pomegranate, raspberry, blueberry, they all have those dark skins. But then on top of that, you are taking these wonderful vitamins, vitamin B12, which is going to contribute to your normal energy yielding metabolism. You have B6 for your protein metabolism, your glycogen, that's the glucose you store in your body, vitamin K for your bones, and also vitamin D for normal muscle function. So what we're saying is this is a great product to support you as you're getting yourself moving after doing the C9, taking your exercise up to your moderate. Take this product before you're going to do the exercise. And as I said, you might take one in the morning, and then you might be doing your exercise at 6 o'clock in the evening, then just take one then. What do you pop it into? You can pop it into water. You can put it into whatever you want, really. Yes, and just enjoy the drink. The last thing you want to do is just put it into water and sip it, because the L-arginine would have kind of run out of steam. You need to kind of get 5 grams of L-arginine into your body in one go. Okay, so I know there's quite a lot of information that I've done so far. So my final one is that I just want to tell you about the Forever Active Boost. And the Forever Active Boost, some people kind of not sure about these products, but these are amazing, okay? We have one that is what we call an ideal sports drink, okay? So once again, this may be something that you want to take before you are doing exercise, and also because what you're doing, the ideal one is a drink that contains carbohydrates or glucose, because we know that glucose is something, it's a fuel that our body runs on. So the red one is the one that you would take before exercise, or actually even during exercise, if you want to kind of put some more glucose into your bloodstream. You can see that it also contains B vitamins, and also sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are minerals, and we have mineral salts in our body, and these are very important because they are in that collection of what we call electrolytes. You know, when we sweat, we can be losing those, so it's a great drink to have. It has natural caffeine in it, which is guarana seed. And these adaptogenic herbs are amazing substances that can support your body, obviously, when you're exercising. Now, the other one is the fab eggs. As you can see on there, this one doesn't contain any sugars. So the sugar we're talking about is glucose, okay? It is not it is not refined sugar or carbohydrates. And so this one is better to take after exercise, okay? So that is a supportive role for afterwards. You're putting your mineral salts back into your body, this drink is called a hypotonic drink, which is a drink that helps you when you're kind of been working out or running or exercising, just because hypotonic helps our body to kind of get itself back into what we call homeostasis or balance. Lots of information for you to go through, and I thought I'd just do it a little bit different this evening. So we have a few minutes left. I am not sure whether I can. I'm going to just stop sharing that and see the questions. Oh, someone said I've got really nice nails. Thank you. I hope. I think I've gone a bit out of sync here. So let me see what I can answer now. There's some kind of long questions here. Okay. Yeah, so it was foreverfituk.co.uk. That was a question for the website. Yeah, is 30 minutes chair aerobics more like the moderate? Yes, I'm afraid it is. Just thought I'd let you know that. There's some questions that are kind of a little bit in depth, which I will answer those separately for you, because they're more individual questions that people want to know. Is there an F15 booklet that lists the recipes you discussed in your presentation? Yes, there is. So you can obviously get online, you can actually get the digital version of those. But I think sometimes people are kind of, oh my gosh, where do I have to actually have the recipes that are in the C9 booklet? Or if I'm doing the beginners, do I have to follow those? You can just literally mix and match. Enjoy the process, as I keep saying. How appropriate is the lean if you won't take Garcinia? Well, the thing is, it's not going to work in the same way. So the Garcinia is more to do with, it's different if you're taking it for the chromium. That's absolutely fine. You're not getting so much chromium, but the Garcinia works differently, because what that's going to be doing, obviously, as we said, it's when you kind of want to, because of the tamarind in there and how it makes you feel. So it's a little bit different. So it wouldn't replace the Garcinia, to be honest. What if you have food allergies or intolerances to dairy? Do you just use your own recipes? Exactly. This is the most important thing that I find. People will say to me, oh, well, I've got somebody who can't take the shake because they can't have soy. What do they do instead? Simple. Rather than having a shake for breakfast, yeah, have a breakfast. Yeah, go on the recipes, have a look if those breakfasts suit you. I think it's really important to understand that it's about the whole idea of the C9 and the F15 is getting people to change their eating habits, and our products are to support the change. They're not to replace having a healthy, well-balanced diet. So that is really important. It's absolutely fine. So if someone said, whatever, I can't have that because I'm intolerant to this, it doesn't matter. You literally will just say, look, I can show you how you can follow a program by taking 1 or 2 supplements, because if someone is vegan, they won't take the Garcinia. if you've got somebody who is vegan and they won't have caffeine or struggle with caffeine, they won't take the therm, and they probably won't take the shake. So you kind of look at that and you're left with the fibre and the aloe. Can they still follow a program with us? Of course they can, because you have then shown them how they can eat the foods they want to. They're drinking the aloe, they're taking the fibre, and you've helped them with their exercise. So this is the power of what we do. We can really, really help people to continue on their journey afterwards. And obviously I've given you some other ideas as well with the drink, with the fab, the L-arginine, etc. I'm just going to answer 2 more questions because it's nearly time to go. Is it in the brochure that less free food with, oh, okay, I get this asked quite a lot. When you're drinking the berry nectar or the peaches, yeah, you can just still have the free foods and everything as if you're having the plain gel. Honestly, there's not that much difference in it. So please continue enjoying your free foods on the C9 or when you're on the continuing afterwards. There is no difference, okay? I get that asked the whole time. Yeah, I'll come back to these. This is the last one. I will find one that I can answer. Okay, last question then. How much aloe do you add to Super Greens, RG and NutriQ10? Okay, well, as I always say, the average amount that people would be drinking is 120 mils of aloe every day. Why? Let's be honest, we need to get enough aloe in our body for our body to actually say, wow, I felt that. So I'm being really honest with you. In fact, it says on the side of the container, the average serving size is 120 mils, okay? But if you want to drink more, drink more. So for me personally, I take a glass, just an ordinary glass, and I put my RG, my NutriQ10 and my Super Greens in the bottom. I add a bit of water, hot water, mix it, it foams, and then I just pour aloe in. So I would actually say for me personally, every morning, I'm having that much to the top, whatever that is. And so probably I would say, I mean, every day I know I'm drinking at least a mini, if not more, if that makes any sense. So once again, we don't need to be measuring it out. What we need to be doing is getting goodies into our body, because as I always say, I'm worth it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I said, there are quite a few questions that I need to deal with. In fact, there's a lot of questions. So so I will definitely answer all those questions. If you still have questions, fire them in, and I will guarantee that I will get back to those with those questions, send them over to head office tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, keep yourself safe and well, and I look forward to catching up with you all very soon. Take care and bye for now.